Well, it's always disappointing to lose, but when you're 7 goals up, it must be bitterly disappointing to lose a game like that.
Yeah, it sure is. We're in a really good position. We're playing great football, and we always knew the Cats were going to come out pretty hard after half time. And it's been 20 hours now, but it's still that sickening feeling in your stomach, and the one that got away. So yeah, bitterly disappointed.
And what about for you personally? Obviously, that 50-metre penalty. Just take us through what it's been like, sort of when you got home last night and thought about it.
Yeah, not great. It's one of those things you think about. Didn't get too much sleep last night at going over it in your head. But it's 2 in 2 weeks for me, probably pretty much on the exact same bit of dirt on Etihad. So it's something I'm going to have to sum up a bit better. I'll be a fool to say it's just luck, and it's just happened 2 weeks in a row. It's something I'm going to have to address and be really careful of.
What was it? What was going through your head at the time?
Basically, it was pretty loud out there, and I didn't hear the whistle, but it's not an excuse. I need to sum up the situation a little bit better. But yeah, the crowd was really loud, and it was one of those things. There was a lot of tackles in the last quarter, and the umpire was letting a lot of it go, and I didn't hear anything. I just wanted to clear the area. But if I had my time again, I'd certainly be holding on to that ball. And it was 40 metres out, and pretty much gifted them the game in the end. So pretty disappointing.
Given the intimate sort of nature of Etihad, does that sort of happen a bit? You don't hear whistles and all the rest.
It is deafening. Like I don't know if the umpires obviously don't take that into calculation and that sort of thing. It wasn't a undisciplined act, even though it cost us in the end. It was just a deafening roar. Couldn't really hear. So I'm not too sure if the umpires would take that into consideration, but they certainly didn't in this case.
Regardless, as Jules said, he's 7 goals up. He probably shouldn't have got to that situation. What did the coach have to say this morning?
Yeah, we just went through some things. There was a lot of positives to take out of that first half, but we also addressed some of the things that went wrong in the second half. So, as in any game, there's certainly a lot of positives to take out of it. We're playing good football at times, and we really respect the Geelong Footy Club, and we think they're going to be a very good side this year. So, to put ourselves in that position was great, but what went wrong, we certainly looked at that as well.
Just going back to the 50, as you mentioned, 2 in 2 weeks. So how does the coach sort of address that with you?
Oh, well, he's not too happy, obviously. We haven't spoken to him about it yet today, but I'm sure we will at some stage. It's more my own thing. I'm going to have a look at it. Like I said, the accidents don't just happen like that miraculously 2 times, in 2 games. So I'm going to have to look at it and sum up the situation a lot better. But I'd take full responsibility. It was my blue.
What about, obviously, the coach and Chris got the same, not happy that the roof wasn't shut yesterday. What was it like for players out there when it suddenly got wet?
Yeah, I just think we've got a roof there. We probably have to shut it, as both the coaches sort of said. As a player, even when it's not raining, it's quite difficult. There's patches that you're in deep shade, and then you come out to the sun, and you're almost blinded at times with the sun gazing into your eyes. So it is difficult. You've got the sun to cope with, and then you've got shade. And I think for the best spectacle of the game, just shut the roof and let the boys play.
As you mentioned, you are playing pretty good football, but not many teams sort of come back from, zip 3 if you lose this week to play finals footy. So it's only round 3, but suddenly it's a massive game.
It is a massive game. We're zip 2, and we certainly don't feel like we're playing that sort of football. 2007, we'll zip in 3 and finish top 4. So certainly not riding the season off or anything like that. I think we can play some really good football, and the strength of character we've got amongst the boys will hold us in good stead, and we'll bounce back.
Just going back to the roof, do you think it really affected your style yesterday? Because the first half you did play a lot of keepings off, which was working, then suddenly it gets wet and it goes back to sort of more basic footy?
Not really. It was certainly not blaming it on the roof or open. It probably might have added to the game, if anything. No, I don't think that was certainly the case at all.